Good morning students. Today we will study NMR spectroscopy. NMR spectroscopy is nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. So spectroscopy means the interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter. So here in this class we will study some introduction to NMR spectroscopy and what do you mean by electromagnetic radiation. So electromagnetic radiation when the protons are coming in contact with the electromagnetic radiation, they are spinning like a top, and this due to that spinning then you are getting the NMR spectrum. So here we will study what is NMR spectroscopy and introduction to NMR spectroscopy and principle of NMR spectroscopy and electromagnetic radiation, what are those? So you know that the transverse waves are having crest and trough. The distance between two crest and trough is known as wavelength. So we will study one by one these slides, the NMR spectroscopy. What is the importance of NMR spectroscopy? Nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy is widely used to determine the structure of organic molecules. The organic molecule structure we are determining by NMR spectroscopy. In research, when we are synthesizing a compound, whether the compound which we desired compound is correct or not, to know that you should do the NMR spectroscopy. You will know the structure of the organic molecule. To study molecular physics, crystals as well as non-crystalline materials. In physics also it is having its use. NMR is also routinely used in advanced medical imaging techniques such as magnetic resonance imaging known as MRI. So in MRI also this same NMR spectroscopy principle is used. What is NMR spectroscopy? First of all, what is spectroscopy? Is the branch of science that deals with the interaction of electromagnetic radiation with the matter. So what is spectroscopy? Interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter is known as spectroscopy. Then what is nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy? It is an absorption spectroscopy in which sample absorb the electromagnetic radiation in the radio frequency region. So now we will see what is electromagnetic radiation, what is radio frequency region here. So what is nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy? It is the absorption spectroscopy in which sample is absorbing this electromagnetic radiation, and then we are getting a graph, and that is known as NMR spectrum. So when the electromagnetic radiations are coming in contact with the nucleus of the molecules, then the nucleus is spinning like that. So it is spinning like a top, spinning top. It is like a spinning top. So it is in the magnetic field is there, and the magnetic, so it is revolving around its own axis, rotating in on axis, and this is known as spinning charge in nucleus. Introduction to NMR spectroscopy. The nucleus of hydrogen atom behaves as spinning bar magnet because it possesses both electric and magnetic field. Because it is coming in contact with electromagnetic radiation, so it is having both electric and magnetic spin. So why are you considering as hydrogen atom as proton? Why are you considering hydrogen atom as proton? Because atomic number of hydrogen is 1. It is having 1 electron and 1 proton. As the weight of electron is negligible, we will consider only the we will only consider the nucleus, because in the nucleus proton is present. Neutrons are absent in hydrogen. So hydrogen atom we are considering as proton, behaves as spinning bar magnet. Spinning bar magnet means having north and south pole, because it possesses both electric and magnetic spin in NMR spectroscopy. Nuclear magnetic resonance involves the interaction between an oscillating magnetic field. So it is having oscillating magnetic field, means magnetic field which is changing, of electromagnetic radiation and the magnetic energy of hydrogen nucleus or some other type of nuclei when this is placed in an external static magnetic field. So it is placed in external magnetic static field. NMR is a branch of spectroscopy in which radio frequency waves induce transition between magnetic energy levels of nuclei of a molecule. So what are these radio frequency waves are inducing transition. Transition means going from one level to another level in the nuclei of molecule. The magnetic energy levels are created by keeping the nuclei in a magnetic field. So this nuclei is kept in a magnetic field. So one thing here you have to consider here, nuclear magnetic resonance. That means we are concerned with the molecule's nucleus. What is the nucleus? Only nucleus we are considering in NMR spectroscopy. So how many types of nuclei are there in that molecule? We should know. So nucleus we are considering because nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. In magnetic influence, what is happening to the nucleus, how it is spinning and how we are getting this spectrum, this is important in NMR spectroscopy, nuclear magnetic resonance. So due to the magnetic field, the nucleus is showing the resonance. Resonance means it is spinning like a top, just like a spinning top. So electromagnetic radiations, how are these electromagnetic radiations are produced when electric field and magnetic field are mutually perpendicular to each other. So electric field, magnetic field, they are acting perpendicular to each other, and then this crest entropy, these are the waves. A wave is there and another wave is there, and this distance between two crests or two trough is known as wavelength. So when electric field and magnetic field are acting perpendicular to each other, then electromagnetic radiations are generated. So this electromagnetic spectrum, this is the wavelength from 400 to 750 nanometer. This is a visible region, and above this there is infrared waves, microwaves and radio frequency waves. These waves are included in, so these waves we want for NMR spectrum. Radio frequency waves are the most frequent, the wave having the largest wavelength. These radio frequency waves are used in NMR spectrum. So a visible region, infrared, then microwave, then radio frequency. So we are using here radio frequency waves in NMR spectrum. So these are the types of wave. First comes the gamma radiation, X-ray, ultra radiation, visible light, then comes infrared, then come microwave, then lastly radio. So we are concerned here with radio waves. This is the spectrum. Vertically it is arranged. See, this is the VIBGYOR, and from gamma rays, then X-rays, ultraviolet, infrared, thermal, microwave, radio waves, and then long waves. What are properties of electromagnetic radiation? It is energy and has no mass. It has energy and no mass. It travels at the speed of light. Having the speed of light. It can travel also through a vacuum. And there is no material medium, then also it will travel. It comes from atoms. It travels in a wave motion. It is in a wave motion it is traveling. It moves through space as bundles of energy called photons. So it moves as bundles of energy bundles of energy are known as photons. Each wave has a frequency which is related to the energy. The higher the frequency, the higher is the energy. The more the frequency, the more is the energy. So types of electron broadly classified into gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet, visible, infrared, microwave, radio. This is the classification of electromagnetic radiations. Now what is NMR spectroscopy? Nuclear magnetic resonance involves the interaction between an oscillating magnetic field of electromagnetic radiation and magnetic energy of hydrogen nucleus or some other type of nuclei when these are placed in an external static magnetic field. So once more we are seeing what is NMR. So what is NMR? Nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, when nucleus is placed in between magnetic field, and so a spin is generated there and a spectrum is produced, and that is known as NMR spectrum. The sample absorbs the electromagnetic radiation in the radio wave region at different frequencies, since absorption depends upon the type of proton or certain nuclei contained in the sample. So what type of proton is that? Depending on that, the radiations are absorbed and you will get a spectrum known as NMR spectrum. So what happens? See, all the protons in the molecule will spin. Spinning nucleus generated magnetic dipole. So magnetic dipole is generated. This is the axis of rotation. Nuclear axis. The nucleus is spinning like this, like a spinning top. This is the magnetic dipole is generated. Axis of rotation, and nucleus is spinning. When it is applied, electromagnetic radiations are passing through the atom. When the nucleus is spinning. Here the nucleus is spinning, and due to this spinning, a magnetic dipole is generated. Now, magnetic dipole means north and south pole are generated in that nucleus. The nuclei with spin quantum number I is greater than 0 will show NMR spectrum. If the spin quantum number value is greater than 0, then only you will get the NMR spectrum. If it is less than, then you are not getting. So here spin quantum number of various nuclei. If the atomic number is even and mass number is even and spin quantum number is 0, examples are carbon, oxygen, sulfur. If both are odd or even, then half, 3/2, 5/2, and if they are odd, 1. So if it is the spin quantum number is greater than 0, then only you are getting the NMR spectrum. This is the point to remember, that when the spin quantum number is greater than 0, then only you are getting the NMR spectrum. If there is this less than 0, then you are not getting the, if it is 0, then you are not getting the NMR spectrum. So spin of nuclei generates magnetic dipole. So magnetic dipole here, see, magnetic dipole means here electric, in electric you are having plus and minus, like that. Magnetic dipole means you are having north and south poles. North and south pole, that is means magnetic dipole. So here before magnetic applied to the magnetic field, they are arranged in this way. When magnetic field is applied in NMR spectrum, NMR spectrometer, then they are arranged in this type of direction, north south direction. They are acting as dipoles. First they are arranged in this way, and another time it is they are arranged in this pattern.